Hi 6th graders, this is Mrs. Gall. Today I'm going to talk through a data displays extension involving box plots. If you want to take any notes, go ahead and open up your notebook, find an area where you can jot some of these ideas down. We're going to start just getting ourselves familiar with the two sets of data by answering some secure questions. So keep in mind you have two box plots and they are labeled as far as what they're about. So our top box plot is about the top grossing movies and their tickets sold, but that's 2016. The bottom box plot, same type of data, just from 2015. So let's answer a few questions now. What is the median in 2015? You want to keep an eye that you're looking at the 2015. Remember, the median is the line inside of the box, which is right here. So my median is 41.5. What is the lower quartile in 2016? Look at the 2016 graph. Remember that the lower quartile is the number that starts the box, which is 39. Do either of the box plots appear to contain an outlier? Explain. Do you remember what an outlier is? It's a number that's much higher or much lower than the rest of the data, kind of like an extreme number that doesn't fit with the rest. Any ideas what we might look for on a box plot to see if one number is much further out than the rest? You're actually going to look for a big, long line in your data. Look right here. That means 25% of your data is spaced really far apart. We don't know for sure that we have an outlier, but that's usually a good indicator that we might have one. Because every single one of these sections, remember, contains 25% of your data. And if you have a really long or larger section, that means that data is much more spaced out than the other sections. So do either of the box plots appear to contain an outlier? Yes. 2015, because of the long whisker at the end. Now it's usually going to be the whiskers that we're looking at because we either want a number that's much larger or much smaller than the rest, so that's usually going to be a minimum or a maximum. We're not really going to focus on the box size because that's in the middle of the data. We're looking at a data point that's all off on its own on one of the ends. So we're looking for the whiskers and we're looking for a whisker that's much longer than the other. That's usually going to indicate we have an outlier. On average, which year sold more tickets? Give a reason why. We talked about best averages in our landmarks unit. What are the three landmarks that we can use as an average? Mean, median, or mode. Which of those landmarks can you see on these box plots? Can you see the mean? No. Can you see the median? Yes. That's the middle line in your box. Can you see the mode? No. The only average landmark that you can see is the median. So what do you want to compare on these two box plots? You want to compare their medians. You do not want to compare their minimums and maximums. Those could contain outliers. So we do not want to focus on, 2015 went all the way up to 88, so that did better overall. No, because that could just be one random number, an outlier. You want to focus on where kind of that center mark of your data is, your median. Which year did better overall if you're looking at their medians? 2016, because they had a median of 43, and 2015 had a median of 41.5. Now you can also use the upper and lower quartiles to help support your argument. So you could say 2016 because it has a higher median, and I also noticed the lower quartile is larger. So you can use those upper and lower quartiles to support. Now the upper quartile won't really support because this 2015 has a higher upper quartile, But remember, the main focus here is on the landmark that we can use as the average, which is the median. So you first want to focus on the median, and whichever median is higher is going to tell you which year did better on average. And then you can just use those upper and lower quartiles to help support that if they do. So 2016 because the median is higher. 3 and 4 are going to be more along the lines of some of the exceeds questions we might ask you as far as data displays go, so check in with your teacher if you have any questions about those.